Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is Governor Alex Otti arriving the Umuhia Township Stadium, building a safer security fundraising program in the city of Abia State. So this is like his soft arrival, and yes, the full speech, I'll say the full speech from the governor at the event is what you're about to listen. Trust me, this man called Governor Alex Otti is really putting in a lot of things in place to ensure the safety of Abia and its investors, people who are coming in to invest massively in the city of Abia. He wants to make sure that everybody who is investing in Abia has a reason to feel secure, feel safe, know that their money is safe. Anyway, listen to the full speech. Please don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment.
Instruments permitted by the law. It would, however, be naive to attribute the success recorded on the security front to the force of arms and ammunition alone. Yes, we have had the privilege of working with highly intelligent and dedicated security officers and men over the last 25 months, some of whom have paid the ultimate price to keep our communities safe, and we continue to pray for the peaceful repose of their souls. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this point I would like us to stand for a minute silence in honor of the gallant men and women we have lost in these 3 years. May their souls and the souls of others faithfully departed through the mercy of God rest in the bosom of the Lord. Please be seated. One must also recognize that we have been able to achieve more for the simple reason that we refuse to treat insecurity as an isolated problem. Our approach is holistic, starting with generous investment in social infrastructure to improve the productivity of the populace. We have also addressed the injustice of non-payment of salaries and pensions, which became a festering wound for many years. Additionally, we took measures that supported job creation through support for local entrepreneurs. In addition, we have given qualified young people a direct opportunity to be productively employed by the government on a clear set of fair rules, not connections, nor primordial considerations. In addition to the thousands of young men and women employed directly by the state government over the past 2 years, particularly in the education sector, we have also created tens of thousands of direct and indirect employment through our road infrastructure upgrades, healthcare, education and other building renovations, and environmental and urban renewal initiatives. By merely cleaning up our environment and opening scores of roads to give our cities a new identity, investors' confidence has risen to an all-time high, boosting employment and demand for factor inputs. Furthermore, we have taken deliberate steps to improve the enterprise environment in other parts of the state, creating the right incentive for more robust outputs in agriculture, manufacturing, real estate, and the service ecosystem. With more people getting into productive ventures, it ultimately follows that we shall have fewer hands available for crime and criminality. In addition to creating the right environment for productive activities, we have also launched an intensive reorientation campaign to dissuade the populace, especially young people, from taking to crime. I've also directed that civic education be made an integral part of our school's curriculum to teach our young ones the value of integrity, honesty, and contentment. Abia is relatively safe, but as a proactive administration, we are also not prepared to rest on our laurels because of the unpredictability of the forces we battle against. This afternoon, we have gathered to launch another layer of program in our holistic security outlook focused primarily on prevention and deterrence. And permit me, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to use this opportunity to thank all of you that have donated to the Security Trust Fund. I have no doubt that those who have not been able to donate today would get in touch with us and send us their checks. And it is on this note, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that I'm glad to announce a donation from a group that I was associated with, who we are not able to make it here. The board and management of Morningside Capital Partners has just sent me a message that they have approved a sum of 500 million naira for this event. This fundraising luncheon has been called to solicit the financial support of well-meaning individuals and philanthropists, businesses and organizations in the push to insulate our state from the forces of criminality and lawlessness. Security is an extremely expensive venture, but again, the alternative is a whole lot more expensive. Our option at every point is to either make the necessary commitments to keep our communities safe or transfer the obligation to someone else and make ourselves vulnerable to the cost of inaction. As a state, we have elected to take the path of reason by inviting you to make generous commitments to enable us increase our security readiness and capacity to deter criminals. This luncheon is in line with the provisions of the Abia State Security Trust Fund Law 2024, which empowers the state to set up a specialized framework for mobilizing, managing, and deploying resources in support of our security infrastructure across the state. As stipulated by the enabling law, funds raised at this event will be prudently applied in the procurement of necessary equipment for operational activities by security personnel. Beyond supporting the formal security structure, today's fundraising event will go a long way in helping us to actualize our restructuring plan for the Homeland Security Office in the areas of recruitment, training, deployment and procurement of vehicles and tools for operational effectiveness. Beyond our human resources outlay, which the proceeds of this launch shall help finance, we are also planning to invest generously in technology tools and systems that will enable us to either thwart crime before execution through tech-driven intelligence gathering or track the criminals in real time. Part of the funds that will be raised today will be applied to setting up a support center for quick incident response, real-time situational awareness, and resource coordination among agencies. Thank you. The focus will be on leveraging technology to drive public safety, track criminals, and bring them to justice. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that this administration has demonstrated prudence in the management of our stock of resources. You can therefore be certain that every kobo raised from this effort shall be judiciously applied. It is beyond argument that we have shown total commitment to keeping Abia safe, even amidst severe challenges with resources. We are now asking for your support to do better, achieve more, and build a state where residents can go to bed each night and sleep with both eyes closed, wake up in the morning to attend to their businesses unmolested, and visit family and friends in any part of the state without anxiety. I would like to conclude by thanking the members of the Abia State Security Trust Fund, led by Chief Stanley Obiamarije, and who is represented here, and the organizing committee for the success of this event. Thank you for your commitment to a safe Abia. As we often say around here, the reward for a good job is more work. So do not relent, because there is still so much to be done. This program will be a continuous one, because security is a round-the-clock venture that requires a continuous injection of funds. On the strength of what you have done today, I've become even more convinced that you are the right team to drive this initiative. Let me, on a very special note, appreciate everyone who has announced their support for the fund. Thank you for honoring this call and for reaching into your pockets to make the necessary sacrifice to support our security commitments. We also encourage those who have made pledges to endeavor to redeem them in good time to enable us execute our plans effectively. While we shall now be rounding off today's ceremony to return to our various destinations, may I respectfully remind us that the window of donations remain open. You can reach out to the chairman or any member of the team to make your one-time or periodic donations. Of course, you can also reach me or reach my office to make your donations. I would like to use this opportunity to thank the chairman of the Council of Traditional Rulers, Ezelinus Ntoba, and his team for working closely with the security agencies and everybody in government to keep this state safe. I would like to also thank the commander of 14th Brigade and of course the Commissioner of Police, the State Director of DSS and all other security agents that are here with their team. I thank you for the job that you have continued to do, and I know that you will continue to keep us safe. While we shall now be rounding off today's ceremony to return to our destinations, may I respectfully, like I said earlier, remind us that this is an ongoing exercise and it will not end here. What we have done today is to simply set the ball rolling. Expect us in your city anytime soon. When we call you, please do not hesitate to answer in generosity and a sense of duty. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you for listening and thank you for donating generously to the fund. God bless you.
From the 17 local government area mayors in Abia State. Thank you, we appreciate all of you. Remember, like our governor did say, the donation continues. Please do well to have your name in the book of those who made this contribution for this noble cause. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly add that because His Excellency is a governor that encourages the creative industry as well and the entertainment industry, we decided to sit back for a few minutes so that we can have the performance prepared by the cultural team and of course one of Abia's own artists, Estelle. So Estelle Cultural Group will wait, we'll take Estelle, and after Estelle